Hi! So I thought I could start a bit of a project vlog. There was one I had started to make on Instagram, but they only do about 3 minutes, so I thought maybe I would try my hand at a YouTube one, but we'll see how it goes. The main thing is I just feel like I've got a lot to talk about, and 3 minutes does not cut it. So this is a project I've actually already started. It's gonna be a zipper jumper. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a half zip or if it's gonna be a full zip. So I still need to figure that one out, but basically it is this lovely blue jumper. I've not decided which side I want to have out, and it's a 2x1 rib, which is what gives this. And it looks so small. This is the back panel, so this is what goes here. Actually, when you stretch it a wee bit, it works, it's fine. But it looks a lot smaller because it's obviously rib, and so it's needs to stretch still. So I'm trusting my gauge swatch. This is something that I am designing myself, so I'm not going off a pattern. It's my own design, my own measurements from another jumper that I really love, or another zip jumper I really love. I am making this jumper in the Croft by West Yorkshire Spinners in, I think it's Norwich. So maybe it's called Norwich, I'm not sure. I can't remember right now, but that is that. So if you join me, it would be lovely to see you. As I say, I've already started it. So yeah, hello. I look very tired this morning. It is again before me heading off to work today. I don't actually tend to wear makeup, so that is why I think I look so tired. I know I was planning on just showing my zipper jumper and the progress I make on that, but however, I'm currently this morning knitting on this top, which you may or may not see on my Instagram. I started a project vlog for it on my Instagram, and I think I may have mentioned that in my last clip, so I thought I would maybe just update you on here. I am currently doing a neckline just so I can figure out how much yarn I've got left to do the rest of the body. It is set about here, so I really don't have, let me stand up. Like I'm really getting there, so I do just need to know how far I can knit. I do think I've done the neckline to a completely wrong pickup rate, because look at that, it is, yeah. And the issue I've realised in the last like 5 minutes, hence why I thought, hey, let's film it, let's update about it, is I did my pickup rate based on doing like a 1x1 rib normal neckline where the stitches go up the way. However, I didn't take into account that I'm going across the waist, so my stitches aren't the same size. If you understand stitch math, you understand that. I don't have too much knowledge to try and go on it, but essentially like the width of your stitch, like the height of your stitch and the width of your stitch are not the same. So that's what I think is leading to this not sitting right, and I will probably have to repick it up. I probably should do the neckline, like redo the neckline, and not just like finish it and go back to it, and it gives me a better idea of how much yarn I've got. But right now I'm about to head off to work, so I don't have the time to do that now. So you'll get another update probably of this in this project vlog, just because it's quite nice to update you guys on this and not have to think about how much is being cut out, because in Instagram you've got 3 minutes. So yeah, I am going to head off to work. I've done a wee bit on the back panel of that jumper when I was at work yesterday, but not enough to really share it. So I will catch you in the next clip. Thank you. Okay, so we are a few days on from the last time I spoke to you. It is currently Sunday the 14th of June. I haven't spent a lot of time knitting on this actually this week. I finished that tallest shit neck tank. It's blocking at the moment, so you'll not get to see it. But because I finished that yesterday, I've just dropped a stitch and a marker. because I finished it yesterday, it's meant this morning I have spent, and last night I have spent some time on this. So we've made a lot of progress. We are, I think I've got like 4 inches on the sleeve. About 4 inches on the sleeve now. And yeah, just working away on it. The hope is I'll get a chance to finish the back panel today, but we'll just wait and see. I've had time to work on it this morning. However, in like less than an hour, me and my partner are going to go out. We're going to get a bite to eat, and then we are going to go to the shops to look for a new lawnmower. So living the life. I'm sure I'll get some more time to work on this later. I've just recorded my weekly updates, and I decided this week, because up until now I have been taking photos of my updates of what I've been doing knitting wise on Instagram and putting them up, but today I actually decided to record it and we'll see how it goes. But as I said on that, I'm actually really torn. This was meant to be the side that's the outside, right? However, I am coming to really love this inside, and it looks a bit bad on the camera, but I promise it actually looks really lovely in real life. The tension is not nearly as noticeable. Yeah, I kind of feel like it reminds me of like half brioche, and I'm not sure what side it reminds me of, kind of like maybe a middle of like either side, just with that sort of like big sections, and I really love it, and I don't know if I want to make this my outside or this the outside, and I suppose I don't really need to worry about that too much until I go to pick up and join for around the arms. So that's when it's going to become a bit trickier, and I'll need to make a decision then. So I'll maybe put something up on Instagram and see what people think, because as I say, this will stretch out and it'll look more like this and this. Oh, or it could be like that. It's hard to choose. So yeah, this is my update for today. I have got about 5 inches of this done. I need to double check my measurement from the jumper that I'm knitting, but we'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. So I'll catch you in the next clip. Hello. So we are now Tuesday the 16th of June. I just wanted to come on here more to show the top off. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you can maybe see my bra for it, depending on the way the light is. However, since I'm here, I'll be honest and say I've not made much progress on my back panel, but I'll show you nonetheless. I started a row, which was really silly. I only had like, no, I'm like 4 from finishing the row. Give me 2 seconds. Here's where we're at. I think I'm at 7 inches, so I've still got a few more inches to go. I have decided this will be the way out. Like, if we look at that, that feels very more professional than having it this way out. This feels more comfortable, but I would like a jumper I could wear in different contexts. So maybe in the future I'll make one with this on the outside, but for now this is going to be our outside. And then, as I say, this is because I mentioned it earlier in the video, it is flaring out a wee bit here, and it doesn't cover my bra straps as much as I would like it to, but it's not the end of the world in terms of that. I think when I go to make this again, as I've said other points, I will be making it again. I'm going to be adding a good 5 stitches on either side. That brings it out, hopefully will bring it out a wee bit so you definitely don't see a bra strap. And it'll also mean that this is less gapey because it's being pulled less, is the thought. Or I could try and figure out how to do bust shaping. That is the other option. I'll maybe look into it, but definitely something needs to be done, because if you look here, the stitches are fine. If you look further down, they're starting to gape. Yeah. But that is your update for today. Good morning. We are on Thursday the 18th now, and there has been some progress. It's taken a wee while to make some progress on the basis that working in rib can sometimes give me a sore arm or a sore hand. So there's been some days, or there's been a day or two where I've not been that much on it, maybe during my break at work, but then not really after that. However, thankfully, this is, I think, I want to say Aran weight. Yeah, the Croft Aran, so it must be Aran weight, which means it is knitting up pretty quickly when I do sit down and knit on it. Last night I started this panel, so we've done all of the back and we've done this panel. However, can we just really quickly talk about this? This seam is so neat that if I wanted to, I still feel I could have this way. I mean, ignore this, but I feel so far I could still have it reversible if I really wanted to, but I know that's going to change when it comes to weaving in ends. I know once it comes to weaving in ends, like, I can no longer say that, but until then. And here is, let me stick it on. Here is where we've got to so far on the front. So it's meant to be quite long. So I've still got a couple, like 2 inches to go. But I'm going to start doing my shaping now, because actually what I'm going to do is shape even more for the bust. Because I believe it'll be absolutely fine and I wouldn't need the bust shaping, because it's, I was trying to work this out earlier, I think it's a good 5 inches of positive ease. And so I'm assuming I probably wouldn't need it. However, I have made the Zipper Light men's by Petite Knit, and I feel it doesn't sit properly. I had to do a lot of blocking to try and make the back and the front sit the same. So if I can omit having to do that, I can. And then it also gives me a chance to do bust shaping. So yeah, I'm going to do bust shaping for that. Let me try and... Here is actually how it's going to sit. So here is my neckline, and I'm hoping it's going to be pulled up a bit when I have my... Sorry, I'm thinking about how this looks very... I want it to sit like that, and it's not really sitting like that. Okay, it's kind of is. I'm sure it'll be pulled in when I go to do the zipper. Not the zipper, when I go to do the collar. Because I'm going to have like this size collar. I can't remember how much exactly. I have written down how much I want it to be. And yeah, as I say, there's still quite a bit of... Oh, maybe there's more than I thought I need to do. I'm not sure, but I need to do extra shaping anyway, so it's not the biggest issue in the world, I don't think. But yeah, I'm going to figure that out. And then once I've figured that out, we'll see how we are. I'll maybe even rip back if I don't like it. I have already ripped back on this shoulder once. The one annoying thing actually that I've done is I like to make sure I do my shoulders in the right order. So I always think, like, you do the left, you do the right, and then when it comes to joining, you knit them in the round. However, what I didn't think about is I am not connecting this in the round. As of this moment, I think I'm going for a full zip, like what I did with my Zipper Jumper Light. And because I'm doing that, it means actually I would start here and knit across the back and then knit across the other way all the way to the front, in which case I really should have done my my right shoulder first. It's not the end of the world, it just means I need to cut and rejoin. I think if I even splice, like, it's not gonna cause an extra end, but it's just one of those things where I was like, oh, I'd planned it out and it's not worked. So yeah, anyway, I need to go because it is about to be time for me to leave. So it was nice to have a wee catch up, let you know where we're at. As I say, this is what we've got. Maybe I do need... This feels a lot more than 2 inches that I've got to join, which is very strange. So I'll need to double check that math. I'll maybe update you on why that is. I maybe won't, because I don't know. But I'll catch you later. Ignore the background, that is my bag for heading away, and my my whips bag on top. I might not keep this in. I'm currently trying to put my shoes on because I'm going to run late if I don't head away. However, what I wanted to add was the reason the measurement seemed wrong is it's not wrong. I just forgot the number of times I need to do a repeat. And then, yeah, I forgot how many times I needed to do a repeat, essentially. And it takes to closer to like 3 inches. Yeah, it's not 2 inches, which is why when I say I've got 2 inches left, I don't have 2 inches left. I have a wee bit more than that. Yeah, so that is that. I hope you enjoyed this little chat while I put my shoes on and in my hallway. Good morning, it's a new day. And today I have woken up at 7:30, it's currently 8:30. I've done a couple of bits and bobs that have been necessary around the house. Although this house could do with a good tidy, but we'll get there, we'll get there. It's not urgent. Today has actually been a nice day, so I'm going to be able to get some things done. I hope. Actually, it has been a nice day. It's nice outside the now, and it's not meant to be bad today, but we'll take it as it comes. I should start off by explaining this jumper. It is an absolute mess, but it's because I am starting this morning by doing my painting. So I'm going to get that. Ooh! So I'm going to get that ready. Yeah, we're going to be at my table. We're going to paint for an hour or 2, or however long it takes, because I think this is going to be my last session of painting on it. I'll show you what I'm painting on. So my friend wanted me to paint her sister's cats, and it's going to be for a birthday present. Here's what we've got so far. My issue is how hard it is. You can't see he's got eyes, but there's not very much definition in the black cat. And I don't know if you can see, but there are some lines on the stairs as well that I used the wrong pencil, essentially. Usually I use quite a light pencil for drawing a grid to make it easier for painting, because this is a painting inspired by one that she saw when she was in Portugal. I've also realised that for a lot of this video, my vlogs have just been updates of me at the chair. So maybe with my partner being at work today, you'll get to see a wee bit more of what goes on. Today is Saturday, so I've got the day to get some bits done. I will probably knit later. As I say, I'm going to paint now. There are some things I will need to do around the house. You probably won't see that part, but yeah. What I've had to do, this is not going to be how it looks obviously at the end. To get rid of the grids, I have had to just get the white out. In fairness, that has done it for most. I think in the painting that I saw, there was a couple of lines in there, so it's not the end of the world if there's some, but yeah, I'm really hoping I don't really have to do much colouring near the colourful cat, because I don't want to, I don't want to ruin it. I think I've done really well. And I think this cat looks a little bit more like theirs. I'll let you know what goes on afterwards. Okay, so it has been about, when did I start doing this? 8:30? Nearly 3 hours, including taking breaks to let the paint dry and get some other bits done in the house. Here is what we are looking at. You can see more of the black cat now than you could before. My hair is a mess and coming out. I know I should clean up here, but also I don't have energy. I'm so close to being done. And I don't want to ruin it by trying to clean it up and making the wrong colour. But we're just going to call it a shadow. I'll add a wee bit of yellow So the bits underneath, I'm not going to fix the bit at the top, just the bit underneath. And then we're going to say that's this done. Yeah. It's not my usual sort of thing I would make, but it is based on what I was given inspiration. So yeah, clean this a little bit up, and then I'm going to go in the shower and get some other little bits done, like tidying up parts of the living room. Like, this place is just like an unnecessary mess. And then head on out. I'm going out with my friend because it's lovely, and why not? So that is the plan. Okay, so this is gonna be a very quick chit chat for me. My day didn't go the way I expected it to go. So I think I said in the last clip I was going to go out with a friend. She was going to do something for a couple of hours beforehand, and I was like, cool, sound. I am going to go in the back garden and make a start on breaking up this roof thing that has been sat in our garden. It's like a shed roof or something like that. And it's been sat in our garden for a year. And maybe make a start on some of the pallets, which have been sat in our garden for like 3 or 4 years. So I went and did that. I brought out the handsaw that I have and managed to get it all done. Essentially, I finished just about 4. I've since been in the shower, hence change of clothes. I'm a wee bit cold, and I'll be honest and say the top I put on shows my bra line, so it's not been the way I planned. I am really sore now, but I promised my partner if he went to go and get rubble bags for putting the wood in, that I would go and buy us a Chinese. So I've bought a Chinese, I've ordered the Chinese, and hopefully it'll be here soon, and I'm gonna have a very chilled evening. If you're wondering what this weird setup is right now, I'll show you very quickly. I have gone to go and I am trying to wind up some of my yarn. In fact, I'm going to wind up all of the balls I have left of my Croft Shetland wool. And then that's done and out of the way, and then I can go and stick my yarn winder back and put the thing back in the cupboard. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Hello, it is now Sunday the 21st of June. I'm going to apologise about the sun being here. I've moved myself back so that you... my face isn't in the sun, but I can only imagine that this is distracting for some people. However, in Scotland, we have had not that much sun recently. I think I filmed my first podcast on Friday, so 2 days ago, and it was pelting it down with rain. So I am enjoying the fact that there is some sunlight in my life today. So what I wanted to speak to you about was, I filmed a couple of videos yesterday. The plan yesterday was, my partner was away, so I was going to do some knitting and filming, a wee bit more vloggy. And then what happened was, I made plans to see my friend. They didn't go through because I ended up chopping up wood in the back garden. So I say chopping up, I mean sawing tons of pallets that we had. I think there was 3 pallets, and like a shed roof, which in fairness was very, very well made, but it made for a lot of hard work. I'm also feeling it today, and in fact I feel a lot of the pain in my legs, which is not what I expected. I thought that the most pain I was going to have would be in my back and my biceps from spending about 5 hours hand sawing wood to break it down into manageable chunks. So I did a wee bit of a clean up to the house. I finished my painting. You guys got to see the painting. I'm really quite happy with it. This is it. It's for my friend's sister. She's got 2 cats, and it is based on a painting they saw when they were in Portugal. And yeah, I'm actually really proud of that. It's not my usual way of trying to draw, especially not of animals, but I think I did a decent job in the end. I want to give myself time to just chill and to knit. And actually by the time that I started doing any description of knitting. It was about, I want to say about 7 p.m. and I was achy and sore and tired and I didn't want to be on camera, so that's why you guys didn't see anything. However, I have now onto my project. I have now connected in the round. We're only a couple of stitches in the round, but we have connected in the round. Let me put it on and show you what we are looking at as of right now. So here is where we are. So I'm not gonna lie, I would like these to be pulled up a wee bit, but it is what it is. They might be pulled in more when I pick up stitches for doing the collar anyway, so it's not a big deal. I am dropping stitches. As I mentioned before anyway, these are really grippy, so I don't expect to lose more than a stitch, like drop more than a stitch. Yeah, this is where we are at. Joined in the round. The armholes are really wide, but I'm basing it on something else, so that is how they're going to be. When this all gets blocked, it's also going to be wider as well. Like, it looks awfully small and like tight to me right now because it's on a small cable and it's not been blocked, but it will be quite a considerable size. Like, yeah, there's certainly some room in here that I can't show you because of the cable, but it will be a zipper, and at the moment I am really quite happy with it. I did say in my vlog, which I will be rewatching today and then putting up hopefully tonight or this evening, maybe even during the day, that I could cast on a new project when I had knit this in a round. I have 2 projects I want to do, both in like cottons. I will cast on one of them, probably the drop spell, because it'll be a quick knit, and then I can put my focus on to the longer knit, which will be my knitting for Olive. And I'll maybe make a I'll maybe make a project vlog for them, and you will probably see at least the tallest bra, which is what I'm going to use the drop spell for. You'll probably see that a lot sooner than you'll see this. Like, we joined. That's what we can say. I want to say this is a long jumper. I can't remember how long it is, but it's certainly not, like, if I stand up, I'm wanting it to hit like at least here, so we're like lucky if we're halfway through lengthwise, never mind the fact that it's now all, I think I said in the round earlier, it's not in the round, but like it's all joined and it's all knit flat, so it's gonna take its time. Certainly the wrong side rows having more purls can start to hurt me, so I start to hurt my hands. But that's that. This is the second ball. I am nearly done it. I wound up 2 more balls yesterday. I've got 6 balls, or 6 hanks in total, but after everything I did yesterday, I had no energy or desire to finish picking it all up, so I'll just wind the rest of it another day if I need it. I mean, this is 2 balls, as I say. I imagine I probably will. Like, I've got this much, 2 more balls, that'll probably do the body, and then at least another ball for the arms with whatever's left. It is what it is. I'll figure it out. Anyway, I am going to do some knitting. I am also going to watch over my podcast and upload it, I think. And then once I finish this ball, I am going to start making the tallest bra in my drop spell that I have left over. So yeah, I will catch you later. Hello, this is a new area. You probably won't hear that often, but I am about to go out. I have my strawberry lemonade, which is like a tea bag thing that my sister gave me for Christmas from birdandblendtea.com, and
It's been in for like 4 hours in cold water, and it's okay. It's neither the best nor the worst thing I've ever tasted. I think if I leave it for longer, it's going to have more taste, so I might have some now, I might not. But I am about to go outside, enjoy the sun, because it's 2 p.m. now, and I've just taken all of the wood that I cut down yesterday and stuck it in the dip. Yeah, it's nice outside. It's Sunday still, so I intend on enjoying it while it's still Sunday. Yeah, and I have started a wee project vlog for doing my toiletry bra, and I've got this here, and we'll see if it's enough. If it's not enough, it's not the end of the world. You'll just never see the vlog. But yeah, let's go.
Good morning. I look tired because I am tired. It is Friday the 26th, I want to say, of June. And last night there was a thunderstorm after us having such nice weather for the last 4 days. So I woke up at like 3 in the morning with thunder and lightning, and so I even got up and just knit for a little bit and had the cat with me because she was a wee bit scared and she wanted somebody with her. Anyway, I thought I would just do a wee update for you guys. I think what I mentioned in my last clip was about me doing some gauge swatches, and so here was the first gauge swatch I made, and I might have videoed it on here. If not, I put it on my Whip Wednesday. What I wanted to do was offset these, so I didn't have all the big squares at once. I had like a big square, then a small square, and then a big square. And so I tried that, and I got this, which is like super complicated and is not what I want. I still want it to be simple. So I'm gonna have to think of a different way to try and get these all to match up. Like, this is what I want, I just want it further down, so I might need to omit some of my twirl, like my crosses. I mentioned before that my cardigan doesn't ever want to stay up, and this is a good example of it today. But yeah, this is the idea I'm going for, and I love that I'm thinking up a cable knit in June. We are June. I should be on like lots of summer knits, but I'll be honest and say I think I started summer knitting in like March, so I'm getting a bit fed up with summer knitting. That being said, I do have the start of my dolly shiori. Oh, I didn't finish this at the end of a row last night. Here is the back of it so far. That means nothing to you, but this is how much I've done. Not really a lot, but this is like my work project because it's warm. I have been doing that, so I've not really had much knitting time on it. In fairness, maybe 40 minutes total. So that will be my knitting for when it's warm, or if I need a little project. And then what you're all here for, here is an update on my Slèite sweater zipper jumper. I don't know what to call it. Here we are. Look at this. It's not done by any means. I put a wee stitch marker in, and so this is mostly done yesterday. Can't remember if I did a row the night before after putting the stitch marker in, but this is what I managed to do in an evening essentially, which was a good hour and a half worth of work. So it's not a mass amount for an hour and a half. However, it does still feel like it's knitting up pretty quickly. And so I want to show you how we are looking now. I will need to stand up for you to show you, but for the moment, let's get it on. Here we go. We are like beyond or about sitting trouser length. I do want it to sit like here, so I still have like a good 4 or 5 inches left to go. If I do this, the cable's a bit too short, I promise. I've tried it on without the cables on. I've had it on like a knit cord, what are they called? Stitches holder. Yeah, I do still want this to come on up. So when I finish the ball, I'm on this ball, so when I finish it, I am going to start my next ball by doing the collar, and then we'll see where we're at. Hopefully by the time I finish this ball, we will be on like the ribbing section at the bottom. Which I haven't decided if it's going to be like rib or if I'm just going to do the same stitch in whatchamacallit, in like smaller needles. So I'm currently working on a set of 4 mil needles, so maybe I then go down to a 3.5, but yeah, there we go. I do think that we have been on this project vlog for about 2 weeks. So I actually think I'm going to stop this vlog here, and I will continue on, and I will do another vlog with the rest of this. And hopefully in the next project vlog in the next couple of weeks, I get the collar done, I finish the body and the arms, and then I put the zipper in. But I am very aware that we are like sat at maybe 40 minutes. Obviously I haven't added this clip in. There will be bits that I probably edit out still, but I don't want to make the video too long. So there we go. I hope you have enjoyed keeping up to date with this project. As I say, I will continue to update you on it. If you would like to see more updates in real time, I do post on Instagram and put stories up, so you'll see more on there. And while you're here, consider giving a like, subscribe and follow. I'm glad that you have followed and watched on to this far, so thank you very much. See you later.